Hi, I'm Jake Ray, and today on Over the Boards, we talk to former NHL forward, volunteer assistant coach, and Ohio State alum, RJ Umberger.
Hi, welcome back to Over the Boards. Today we have with us Ohio State alum and NHL forward, RJ Umberger. RJ, I know recently you've gotten more involved with Ohio State hockey, getting back involved now, being back in Columbus, and I'm wondering what kind of led you or pushed you to get more involved with the alumni.
Well, ever since I've, finished my time at Ohio State, it's been a big part of my life. I've cared deeply about being a Buckeye and a Buckeye alum. So now that I'm, pretty much finished with my playing career and I'm, living in Columbus, it's, an easy opportunity for me to stay involved with Ohio State as much as I can. My class and some of the older classes, we have a lot of alumni that live here in Columbus, and I'm still in touch with a lot that live outside. So, we're all one big family, so it's great to see guys, coming back for different events and trying to continue to build the alumni program and make it stronger.
So I'm wondering, when you're in the NHL and you're on the road, most of the year, and you have a lot of obligations, how much were you able to keep up with Ohio State hockey? And how much were you able to kind of watch it grow over the years where they've become, a nationally ranked and, title contender this year?
Well, I think it's, nowadays it's pretty easy with, social media and how things are out there, and you can stay on top of things. For me, I was fortunate for most of my career, played in Columbus for the Jackets. So, I was right here, hearing, what was going on and able to stay a part of it. And, I think with the different coaches that have been here over the years and what Rawls was able to do now with this group, they're trending in the right direction. And it's great to see the Ohio State as a program should always be one of the top tier teams in college hockey. And, it's great to see them go in that direction. The Big Ten has helped. It's great to have that conference, and, it's created a lot of buzz, and, it's been nothing but great for Ohio State.
Do you think college hockey has changed at all since your playing days?
Well, yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, I think hockey in general is just continuing to change. It gets quicker. The guys can skate faster. From the NHL on down to working with the youth players, these kids can skate incredibly good. Their skill levels just gets better and better. So, I think the pace of college hockey is quick. It's fast. I think it might be faster than when I played, but it continues to be good hockey, and it's now a legit developing tool for the NHL. College hockey has just gotten to the point where it's very respected now, and it produces a lot of great players.
Kind of on the same page right there. Do you think there are any advantages to playing college hockey instead of playing major junior in Canada?
Well, I'm pretty biased when you talk about that one, just because that's what I did. I chose that route. I've one aspect I've looked at it was I wanted an education. I'm not saying you can't go to school while you're playing major junior, but being part of a major big school program, getting a degree, putting that as a high priority, and being developed was something that was important to me. But the thing with college is that it's really helps. It doesn't rush the players. They're able to be a little older when they play college hockey. You're developing your body. You're learning how to be a little responsible on your own, going to school, managing your time, living on your own. And as an aspect of weight training, it's just to a whole nother level in college. You really develop off the ice. And I think in that regards of not being rushed and being more mature, I think has been a great route for a lot of people coming out of college.
What goes into that decision to, I'm going to play college hockey, or I'm going to try and, make it in major junior?
Well, I think everybody's different, how they approach that decision. Sometimes, you're kind of around the major junior a lot. If, you're a person that maybe, has aspirations of a career besides hockey, you can get a great degree and, be somewhere in the States. And, someone for me, like, I was around the schools here at Ohio State, growing up in Pittsburgh. I saw the football, the atmosphere. Just being a part of a school atmosphere was something I kind of was really attracted to. Just that buzz, that feel. And for me, it was an opportunity where it was closer to my home. It was somewhere within, driving distance for my parents to be able to get to. So those are all things I kind of considered in the process. And I kind of knew early on, like about 14, 15, when I started playing, when I was in the youth hockey ranks, we went to some OHL games, we went to some college games, we watched them, and I just kind of knew that I wanted to be associated with a school and that whole kind of atmosphere.
So, RJ, what do you tell the players that you speak to that are on Ohio State's team now that made that same choice as you, is to go to college hockey? What tips or advice do you give them on taking that next step to the NHL?
Well, I know the one thing that you got to first start out is you got to stay in the moment. You got to be in college and be a student, be an athlete, enjoy the time, and just continue to worry about those moments instead of looking ahead of it down the road. You have to continue to try to get better every day, hard worker in practice, a guy who's a good teammate and can be counted on. And, I think throughout your career, you go on the ice and, you show what you can do. I think, things take care of themselves. Like I said, college earlier now is at a point where it's, people are getting watched constantly by NHL scouts and whatnot. So if you just go out and do what you do best and work hard and, have a good character, I think those things kind of take care of themselves.
You mentioned the idea of coming to a school that had strong school spirit, so through the football team and things like that. But we also find that hockey in a lot of ways gets pushed maybe into the background here at Ohio State because of the prominence of the football program and the basketball program and that we're in Ohio, which hasn't been really a hotbed for hockey in the recent past. So I'm curious, when you were making the decision to come here, did that factor into that decision at all? And how do you kind of address that as we move forward with Ohio State hockey, trying to make Ohio State be seen as a hockey school and not just a football school?
Well, I think it's getting better already. I mean, it's getting better. Sean Richards, assistant athletic director, has put a big emphasis on the program. I think it's definitely getting better. It's going in the right direction. When I was choosing schools, it was definitely a concern, I think. But for me, I saw a challenge. I took it a different way. I saw a challenge to come to this program, to be, future NHL draft pick, to, be a good, guinea pig for the program, someone to help, turn it into a place where everybody wants to come. And, I wanted that challenge of let's make this a big time hockey school and, where it should be, because it's a great university. It's a great school of tradition and athletics. So there's no reason for it to be a powerhouse hockey team, every year. And I welcomed that challenge when I came here. And for me, having an NHL team right down the road, I thought was just nothing but a great thing to have and for your future development. So moving forward, I think they just really need to stay on course and winning helps. Having a team that is doing as well creates buzz. It helps. It, you start putting years together after like this and continue doing it. It really creates a lot of buzz. And, I think they need to continue to generate, a way to find a new arena, a smaller arena that fits just the hockey, a better atmosphere, kind of on top of you kind of a thing, would do wonders for this program, just like it did for Miami of Ohio. So I think that's probably, the next big thing.
OSU head coach Steve Rawlik, he credits a lot of this team's success to the recruiting that went on, and a lot of last year's success as well to the recruiting went on. Kind of going back to, the beginning of your career at Ohio State, what is that recruiting process like?
Well, when you're getting recruited, I think, there's different situations depending the type of player. Someone like myself, I was coming out of the U.S. program, and I know that's a place where, the coaches try to recruit out of. But I was coming out of the U.S. program in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and had a decent amount of schools where I was considering. So, when they bring you in for a visit, you kind of meet the guys and go on a little tour of the campus and see the facilities and watch a game. And you get the chance to go to, 5, 6 different schools and see what it is that you like. And, so I think in my situation, I had many different schools to choose from. And, really it was just some of the things that stood out to me about Ohio State and talking to the coaches and building a relationship with one of the assistant coaches when I was younger that really drew me. So, I think these coaches have a lot of hard work ahead of, they got to continually go out on the road. They got to, go to small towns of Canada and, all over the United States and watch these kids and build those relationships and find the guys who they want to bring in here. And, when the program is winning and doing those things, it helps. It makes their job definitely a lot easier. So it's a unique process. It's a lot goes into it. And, you have to have good recruiting and a lot of hard work by the coaches to make the program successful.
RJ, I just wanted to go back a little bit to the building, which, it's funny, we started doing this podcast because of our relationship with Sean Richard and our all mutual love for hockey. And invariably, everyone mentions to us, oh, my God, if they had a better building, then, we'd go to hockey games, or it's too far, or the space doesn't feel like it fits hockey. How do you kind of, it's a chicken and egg in a lot of ways. Like, we need more people to come to these games if we're going to get enough support to get a new facility, but we're not going to get a new facility and to get people to come to games. In terms of your involvement with the team moving forward, how do you kind of see your role in maybe trying to circumvent some of these challenges?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not really sure. I'm just continuing to talk to Sean how I can help out. I know, one big area is getting alumni more involved on any level that we can. Making the alumni group grow and grow definitely helps. The whole arena thing is it's an interesting take. Back in 2000, I was the first real recruiting class to get recruited for the arena they're in right now. And it had a huge impact on me coming here. I thought it was unbelievable. Playing an NHL building, what a great thing. And I think it had some early on effects. And, early on, we probably averaged 9,000 fans early the first couple of years. And slowly after I left, the next few years, it just every year continued to, I think, just kind of fizzle a little bit, the hype on the arena. And you kind of grew to learn that it was too big for a college kind of atmosphere and college kind of style. So it was this great thing that, brought some big recruits in early on, just kind of turned into where I think, a smaller arena with that college atmosphere and, like I said, the fans right on top of you and a big student section and, that kind of thing just is more ideal for Ohio State. And the challenge is how do you make it happen? And that's, the road that they're going down and we're all trying to figure out. But, really, I think for my involvement, it really just, any way that I can help out, speaking to people and just, talking about the program, I think goes a long way.
It sounds like you're kind of on the ground floor of that with the work you're doing now with youth hockey. Can you tell us a little bit about kind of what you're doing in Columbus with youth hockey and where you maybe see that going?
Yeah, I'm right now. I've been last two years. I've been assistant coaching the U14 AAA Blue Jacket team, and during the winter year and in the summers or spring and summers, kind of get involved with different clinics at different levels. But really, the AAA team is where I spend a lot of my time, and it's a little bit dear in my heart because that's kind of what I grew up in Pittsburgh, going through the AAA program, and can relate to that. I had a lot of really good coaches at that age that, I owe a lot to and had great experiences. So, it's fun to go back and kind of do that and see these kids, and work with them all year and see the growth that they have. At the 14 level, it's, I always say it's pretty unique. They're at a really good age where I think they want to learn. They're able to kind of get serious about it and take things in. They're sponges still, and they're not at the age yet where, they're a little bit older and they're kind of not really wanting to hear the teaching. So it's a fun age to get there, to evolve with the kids, and like I said, see them continue to grow and develop.
Thanks for listening to Over the Boards. Be sure to check in next week and head over to Nationwide Arena to watch the Buckeyes take on that team up north in the Big Ten tournament.